Well, a very good afternoon and welcome back to the second day of competition. It's the final block at the Tyumen Grand Slam. We're about to get underway with all the medal matches, and the first of the medal matches that we're going to see is the bronze medal match in the under 81 kilo category. Stanislav Semenov of Russia faces Ungvari Attila of Hungary. It'll be Semenov in the white judogi and Ungvari in blue. Again, a reasonable crowd, and there was a very good crowd at the start of the day, and yesterday was terrific. The Russians will be expecting a good performance this afternoon in this final block, hopefully improving on yesterday's one gold medal. One gold yesterday. That was in the under 73 kilo category. Musa Magushkov came away with the gold medal. Let's see how they get on today. Semenov in the white judogi, Ungvari in blue. He's been in the wars a little bit, has Ungvari. To have his ear taped up. I think you can see that just going over the right ear. Strong grip from Semenov now, the right arm up and around the collar. Very disadvantaged here. And he's going to end up looking passive if he can't come up with an attack. He's lost the head protection that he started with, and they'll have to tidy that up. Well, Semenov can take a moment just to gather himself and start preparing for when Ungvari returns to the mat. It's unfortunate for Ungvari because it's got to be uncomfortable with the strapping around your ear. And the other thing that happens is it's got to do with balance as well, balance and timing. If you've got some strapping around your ear, it can just throw your balance off and be a little bit uncomfortable. Shouldn't take too long, and then we'll be back underway. As I was saying, yesterday there was one gold medal for the Russian team. That came from Musa Magushkov in the under 73 kilo category. And they've got plenty of chances in this final block. Just one chance for the women. That's Valentina Maltseva. She's going to face Arai Shizuru of Japan in the final. We'll get to see that. When it comes to the men, well, Aslan Lapinigov will face Sato Seidai. That's a Russia-Japan matchup. There's a Russia-Sweden matchup when Hussein Karl Musayev, the twin brother of Hassan, will face Marcus Niemann of Sweden. And you've got Aslan Bisultanov to face Martin Pacic. So we've got 2 Russia-Sweden matchups, and then in the final, the plus 78 kilo category, Andrei Volkov will face Ogawa Yusei of Japan. Ungvari, having had treatment to his right ear, back on the mat now. We've covered up all of the ear, so it's going to be even more difficult for him now. Now Ungvari picks up a penalty. Thought about the Tomoenagi Ungvari there, but he had the direction wrong. Body was moving in one direction, leg went another way, and so did Semenov's body, so he was never going to bring that off. Now Semenov beginning to apply some pressure here. Gonna look for the turnover. Oh, and the Kansetsu that was clever, because Ungvari had to fight off the attempted turnover, and in doing so he needed to use an arm, and as soon as that came out, Semenov was onto it very quickly. Put that arm lock on, and Ungvari had to submit and tap out. So Stanislav Semenov winning out there. Let's see if we can see some highlights from that one. Well, we come now to the final of the under 81 kilo category. Aslan Lapinigov of Russia faces Sato Seidai of Japan. Lapinigov in the white judogi, Sato in blue. Stadium announcer just telling us that Aslan Lapinigov, first Grand Slam final. I'd imagine that's the same for Sato as well, Sato Seidai. Somebody who's going to win their first Grand Slam gold medal. There's a look at Sato. been comfortable today. He hasn't really been troubled by anything, Sato. Robin Pacek gave him a bit of a tussle early on, as did Ivan Vorobev, the Russian, the number 2 seed. He's come through all 3 of his contests very well, and now here he is in the final. Try to ambush Lapinigov there, just catching him unawares. Well, Sato got down nice and low for that initial entry, but Lapinigov nevertheless almost managed to come up with a counter. Combination just threatened Sato for a moment. Just unsettled the Japanese, but Lapinigov was off balance himself and couldn't continue the attack. Crowd trying to get behind their man now. Love to see a Russian win here. They lost all their head-to-heads with the Japanese yesterday. Still not the strongest position yet. Lapinigov trying to work his way into a dominant grip. Hasn't quite managed it yet, but it's the first time that Sato has really had to work hard today. Vorobev gave him a little bit of a go, but he was in control for both of his other 2 contests. inside the last minute now. Single slip here from either one of these two would give their opponent the contest, so they're going to have to be very careful whilst at the same time trying to come up with a scoring effort, and that's a reasonable effort there from Sato. Lapinagov manages to avoid getting caught. Just has to stay in this, doesn't want to pick up a penalty now. I wonder what it was that poleaxed Lapinagov there. Clash of heads or something, but looked as though he took a whack to the face. Well, Sato was quick to acknowledge that accident there, just gave him a hand tap. Oh, nice Uchimata. He's going to score there. He's just trying to hold him off and thought it was the last second or so. And Lapinagov stayed with it. They put a Yuko on the board. It's not going to matter, but I thought it was a bit better than that myself. Aslan Lapinagov throwing Sato Seidai of Japan in the final. That's just what the Russians wanted, to kick the afternoon off with a gold medal winning performance in the final.
This is the first gold medal for Aslan Lapinagov at Grand Slam.
Lapinagov wins out. Let's have a look at some of the highlights from this one.
These are the highlights of this fight on the screen.
We come now to the bronze medal match in the under 70 kilo category. Antonio Moreira of Angola faces Alexandra Samadzic of Bosnia-Herzegovina. It'll be Moreira in the white judogi, Samadzic in blue. 2-1. Moreira leads the head-to-head. Samadzic will be keen to level things up, and Yevgeny Rakulin is the referee in the middle for this one. He's from Russia.
And in the blue for Venezuela, gold medalist at Budapest Grand Prix this year.
There's a look at Samadzic. There is Antonio Moreira. There are a few Angolans in the crowd this morning. They're on secondment to the Russian army. I think about 8, maybe 10 of them all uniformed up. There's a long history of the two forces working together. Ojigari right away and on the board. Moreira didn't hang around, did she? First 10 seconds in there for Yuko. Alexandra Samadzic caught cold. Moreira quite happy to keep Samadzic penned in that far right corner. It's up to the Bosnian to try and turn out of that. And Moreira has picked up a penalty. Here's a chance now for Samadzic. Couldn't take advantage of that good position. Elaine Veziu Dombeu from Cameroon, that is. Giving out some support for Moreira. Well, she never stopped pushing with that effort. And as a result, she got a slightly enhanced score. And up from Yuko to Wazari. Samadzic has also picked up a penalty, but leads here. By that finish. What a beautiful finish. That's what she was looking for the first run. I kind of ran on to that. And happy and smiling, Alexandra Samadzic. A bronze medal, Samadzic of Bosnia-Herzegovina. Well, Samadzic went over first of all to that little right-sided Jigari Moreira. She made back with that Macomb foot. The one that finished it off, that really did plant Moreira on her back. Well, the second bronze medal contest taking place on map number 1. This time it's Anna Bem of Sweden. She's up against Elvis Rodriguez of Venezuela. Rodriguez just the one, on the back of having won. So two picked up by Bernum, Elvis Rodriguez, who's going to take another medal here. This time a slam bronze for Venezuelan. It's coming at the right time as she prepares to go to Rio. Time. I can see a bit of a rest before Rio. Gold medal contest in the under 70 kilo category coming up now. Arai Chizuru of Japan faces Valentina Maltseva of Russia. It's Arai in the white judogi, Maltseva in blue.
And now the white for Japan. Gold medalist at Tokyo Grand Slam last
Eva of is the referee in the middle for this one.
First time in the final. Valentina.
Well, it's the first time that Maltseva has been in a Grand Slam final. Arai, one more apart. She's already twice a gold medal winner in Grand Slams. One gold in 2013 at the Tokyo Grand Slam, and she followed that up last year by winning gold again. So a chance here for a third Grand Slam gold. Maltseva will pull off a real upset if she's able to defeat Arai here. Strong gripping for Arai. Just trying to free the leg. And very getting it out. Well defended by Maltseva. Ujigari from Arai bringing Maltseva down for Yuko. Again, as the Tenhewaza here, not sure if that's the strongest position. Again, the leg is trapped. This time she's managed to take that out, and that's a much better position now. Yoko Shiogatami from Arai. Maltseva managed to play first time round, but second time round they were able to clear of the hand. Came up with a good strong Yoko Shiogatami to take the gold medal here in the 70 kilo category. Silver is absolutely a terrific result for Maltseva, Valentina Maltseva of Russia. Well, we come now to the awarding ceremony for the men, the 81 kilo category.
The medals are by Vice President of the International Judo Federation and President of the European Judo Union.
Медали вручает вице-президент Международной федерации дзюдо, президент Европейского союза дзюдо Сергей Соловейчик.
Bronze
The bronze medals go to Stanislav Semenov of and to Alan Sov, also of Russia. Medals have been presented by the Vice President of the International Judo Federation and President of the European Judo Union, Mr. Sergei Soloveitchik. Silver medal goes to Sato Seidai of Japan, and the gold medal goes to Aslan Lapinagov.
Призовой чек и цветы вручает президент Федерации дзюдо Тюменской области Сергей Кушков.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Russia.
And now the national anthem of Russia.
Thank you very much. Happy victory.
Большое спасибо. Памятная фотография с почетными гостями, победителями и турнира.
Semenov and Betsov from Russia took bronze medal, silver, and Nagov gold. Okay, we now have the bronze medal in the under category. We're going to see the contest between Fedin Dadov of Azerbaijan. He faces Nagasawa Kenta of Japan. It will be Dadashov in white and Nagasawa in blue.
And now please welcome that only one of these are from Russia. In white, gold medalist at Ulaanbaatar Grand Prix 2013.
Ashbat Bukbat of Mongolia is the referee for this one.
Нагатаны льва, белый judoist спортсмен из Азербайджана, бронзовый призер среди юниоров 2015, Феридуйдин Дашев, синий judoist спортсмен из Японии, победитель Гран-при Циндао 2015 года, Нагасава Кента.
Dashov first to give a little feint there for that left-sided Ippon Seonagi, but blocked by Nagasawa. Nagasawa just making grips a little bit difficult for Tadashov at the moment. You have to be careful though, Nagasawa, whilst trying to keep Tadashov off. He's still got to keep up a rate of his attacks. He managed to put in that little left Uchimata there, but he wasn't really threatening. Just threw the left leg in there. Yeah, Yuko on the board, came heavily down on his side. Did Tadashov. Not sure where they... Yeah, he did. Yeah, good enough for a score. So that's the lead with a little under 3 minutes left to go. Tadashov still looking busy, not really producing a great deal. Still Nagasawa frustrating Tadashov, forcing him to take up grips that he's not comfortable with, and from which he finds it difficult to work. Well, it's a clever tactic, that's not necessarily the most attractive to watch. I'd like to see Nagasawa just that little bit more aggressive, and he's picked up a penalty now. That's a little bit better. When he throws the Uchimata in, he does look reasonably effective. And now Tadashov has fallen into that Munigatami. Nagasawa is going to do this one. So Nagasawa Kenta of Japan ending up with a bronze medal. It was just a quick shot in the bottom right hand corner of that last shot of the crowd, where you saw Yoshida Tsukasa, the gold medalist yesterday, in the under 57 kilo category. Okay, let's see if we can have a look at the highlights from this one. There you are. There is little Yoshida. She's got a right arm strapped up. Tough little fighter. Yoshida, Tanaki Funa, Shishimi Ai. They were all gold medalists yesterday for the Japanese. As was Naoichi Aimi. 4 of the women who fought for Japan yesterday took gold medals. Right, we come now to the final of the under 90 kilo category. Marcus Niemann of Sweden faces Hussein Khalmuzayev of Russia. It'll be Niemann in the white judo gi, Khalmuzayev in blue, and I really look forward to this one. I think it could be a real struggle for Marcus Niemann here. We're in Tyumen in Russia. Khalmuzayev is fighting at home. And Khalmuzayev is a real handful. Stadium announcer just reminding people that Hussein Khalmuzayev was the silver medalist at the World Masters in Guadalajara earlier this year. And what a contest that was. He lost out to Baker Mashu of Japan in a really memorable final. Terrific contest between the two, Khalmuzayev and Baker. We didn't see the signal for the penalty, but Khalmuzayev has picked up a penalty. Little sumigeishi effort from Niemann, but it's not quite as tidy as we normally expect from the Swede, and he doesn't really threaten Khalmuzayev with that one. He stayed in control there. Well, we know about Niemann's prowess on the ground, but Khalmuzayev was able to turn out of that, and he couldn't get a score on the board either. Needed to hold him for a little bit longer, but he's not quite out of it yet. Yep, there it is now. Yes, Osai Komi, and this time that looks stronger. The Sangaku Gatami. That looks a lot better now. Totally wrapped up there. He's not going to move from that one. Absolutely rock solid there, Marcus Niemann. What a performance. That's a tough opponent. There'll be a big smile there. Why not? That's just what you wanted. No need to go back and ask if there was anything missing. Came in as the number 1 seed. Knocked off Alexander Grigorev of Russia in the quarter-final. And then Nagasawa Kenta of Japan. And in the final, the really top quality Hussein Khalmuzayev of Russia. That's a terrific win for Marcus Niemann of Sweden, and just reinforces the fact that he is fit and ready to take part in Rio.
gold medalist in white for Sweden,
and living up to his top billing.
Marcus.
One of the seeds in.
This is the second gold medal for
He'll be one of the seeds in Rio.
И это вторая золотая медаль шведского спортсмена
And
на
that just
лучших большого
confirmed it right here. Marcus Niemann.
лучшие моменты финального поединка на мониторе арены.
Right, I think we've got the awarding ceremony for the women in the under 70 kilo category coming up now.
Призеров категории женщины до 70 килограммов.
The medals are presented by the sport director of the International Judo Federation, Mr. Tyumen. The bronze medalists are for Bosnia and Herzegovina, Alexandra Samardzic, and for Venezuela, Elvismar Rodriguez.
The bronze medals go to Alexandra Samadžić of Bosnia-Herzegovina and to Elvismar Rodriguez of Venezuela.
Silver medals for Russia, Valentina Maltseva.
Silver medal goes to Valentina Maltseva of Russia.
And gold medals for Japan.
And the gold medal goes to Arai Chizuru of Japan.
The prize money and flowers presented by head of Russian Judo Federation Sport Department.
Призовой чек и цветы вручает руководитель спортивного департамента Федерации дзюдо России Николай Печенкин.
Armen Bagdasarov of Uzbekistan, the IJF sport director, was presenting the medals.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Japan.
Дамы и господа, звучит гимн Японии.
Now the national anthem of Japan.
Thank you very much. Now coming next to Judo.
Большое спасибо, памятная фотография со спортсменкой и почетными гостями.
Samadžić and Rodriguez were the bronze medalists. Maltseva stepped in there to take a his silver medal, but it was Arai, unsurprisingly, who came out on top. Right, we come now to the bronze medal matches in the under 78 kilo category. Brigita Matic of Croatia faces Anastasia Dimitrieva of Russia. It'll be Matic in the white judogi, Dimitrieva in blue. Meanwhile, down here on mat number 2, we're going to see the contest between Antonia Shemileva of Russia. She faces Alexandra Babintseva of Russia. Shemila in the white judogi, Babintseva in blue.
And in blue for Russia, number 28 at the world ranking, Anastasia Dimitrieva.
На медали 2 встречаются спортсменки из России. В велоджудоге Антонина Шмелева, в синеджудоге Александра Бабинцева.
It was Babintseva who knocked out the number 1 seed, Natalie Powell. That was a bit of a surprise. She then fell at the semi-final stage to Klara Apoteka of Slovenia. We'll see her in the final, and that's put Babinceva in to this bronze medal contest against a teammate. Antonina Shmelieva. Not going to be many to argue about that one. That was a burial there. Nice and strong from Babinceva. They had two really good wins today. One against Natalie Powell, ended up arm locking the British fighter. And then here against her teammate Shmelieva, throwing her powerfully for Ippon. Goshi overwent Shmelieva for the full score. Well, that contest having ended a little bit earlier than we thought will give us a chance to have a look at the second of the bronze medal contests taking place on the adjoining mat that features Brigita Matic of Croatia. She's up against Anastasia Dmitrieva of Russia. It's Matic in the white judogi, Dmitrieva in blue. There's no score as yet. Both fighters have picked up a penalty apiece, and we've got a little over a minute and a half left to go. It's a slightly laboured effort there from Matic. It wasn't quite the speed that she needed to get Dmitrieva over. There's an aggressiveness that, or a level of aggressiveness that I think you need at this, in this weight category, under 78 kilo category. It's one of the toughest weight categories there is, and for me, Dmitrieva just hasn't got it. There's something missing here, and can't put my finger on it, but there's just something missing from Dmitrieva's judo, and she's the number one, the Russian number one at this weight category. She was one of only two weight categories that the Russians were not able to qualify for the Olympic Games. They failed to qualify this one. Dmitrieva was the highest ranked Russian, but she still wasn't ranked high enough to qualify. And the other one was the under 70 kilo category, where Irina Gajieva was the highest ranked Russian, and she failed to qualify. Everything else they managed to qualify. If they're debating whether they should give a penalty for stepping out here. If they do, it's probably going to be Matic. Yeah, well, you know, you've got to stand up stronger than that. I don't know what she was. First of all, I don't know what she was doing with her back to the edge of the tatami. She knew the situation. Go left or right. And don't run the risk of being manoeuvred out. You have to stand up stronger to your opponent than that. And unfortunately for Matic, she didn't. Ended up picking up that penalty. Well, we come now to the final of the under 78 kilo category. Apoteka of Slovenia faces Rika of Japan. It'll be Apoteka. White Judo Yama. Apoteka is a difficult and awkward fighter in this weight category. Tall and rangy and difficult for a lot of the fighters to manage. We'll see how Takayama gets on. Neither of these two are in the games, although there is a Slovenian and there is a Japanese, but the Japanese is Umeki Mami, the current world champion, and the Slovenian is Anna Marie Valencek, who just happens to be Apoteka's half sister. So there you go. You see the height difference I was talking about. Apoteka a good head and shoulders taller than her Japanese opponent. She can threaten her with the long limbs. Oh, those limbs might be about to get arm locked here. Just the foot now to free up. A little bit higher, and there again is the hand trapping the leg. That makes it difficult. She's got rid of the hand, and now just the foot to come out. There you go, Tate Shiogatami. That really looks like a nice one. Apoteka shouldn't be able to escape from there. She's making things difficult for Apoteka by really stretching her out. That left arm. Oh, but the left arm is now going to be worked on by Takayama as she secures that for Jujigatami. Yeah. Can't win them all, darling, and get yourself into difficult position. Yoshida Tsukasa can celebrate. She did her job yesterday when she took gold in the under 57 kilo category, and here is Takayama Riki taking gold in the under 78 kilo category. Well, the Japanese sent 7 women, and that is their 6th gold medal, and they've got one in the final in Morinami. She's the favourite now. Tamura Kazuya came away without being placed at all. So women much more successful. Right, we come now to the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 90 kilo category. Bronze medals go to Nagasawa Kenta of Japan and to Magomedov of Russia. Silver medal goes to Hussein Kalmuzayev of Russia. gold medal goes to Marcus Niemann of Sweden. Carl Musayev adding to his silver medal tally for the year. It's the second one now. He picked up a silver medal at the IGF Masters in Guadalajara, Mexico, a month or so back. Marcus Niemann adding to his gold medal tally, winning here in Tyumen. Perfect preparation for his trip to Rio. Could be a medal man in Rio. And now the national anthem of Sweden. Nagasawa and Magomedov were the bronze medalists. Carl Musayev picked up a silver, but it was Niemann who took gold. Coming up next, the bronze medal contests in the under 100 kilo category. Kazbek Zankishiev of Russia faces Jalil Shukurov of Azerbaijan. It'll be Zankishiev in the white judogi and Shukurov in blue. Edson Minakawa is the referee in the middle of this one. What was it then that Shukurov lost out to? Martin Pacek of Sweden. He lost out in the semi-final. We'll see Pacek in the final. Got past the Azeri. I think he went down by Yuko as well, if I'm not mistaken. Shukurov scored first. First minute safely out of the way for both fighters, Zankishiev and Shukurov. Just a little bit defensive, both fighters here. Need to pick up the pace a little bit. And Zankishiev is penalised, as is Shukurov. Zankishiev trying to get something going here with movement. And it's Shukurov, just with that defensive gripping, who picks up a second penalty. A big effort on the right side, but loses contact with the hands and has to bail out. Again, that was slightly untidy, that. It's so untidy that he's picked up a penalty for a false attack. That's the third penalty picked up by Shukurov. Yeah, well, it hasn't been the best effort from Shukurov as yet. He has a bit of a stab there at a Marote Sianagi low down on the right side, but doesn't trouble Zankishiev. Zankishiev now, by default, is trying to help Shukurov out. He picks up a penalty for stepping out. He should be a lot tighter here, Zankishiev, and get this over and done with. No need for him to hang around. Shukurov's already shown him the way. 3 mistakes. Help him out with a 4th. You want to be picking up your own penalties and prolonging the agony by staying on the mat. A good series of attacks will see Shukurov penalised anyway for passivity. He throws in that little Sianagi now. He doesn't even bother to have a go on the ground. He could have spent some time there. Decided against it. Shukurov being asked to tidy up his gi, so that will probably be it, mercifully. Unfortunately, Shukurov couldn't offer up anything against his Russian opponent, Kazbek Zankishiev, and it'll be Zankishiev to take this one. On the back of the fourth penalty, he accepts it, or at least there is that. With small mercies then. He accepts the fact that he's been passive here. Maybe he's under the weather, or he just simply found things far too difficult to cope with, but it's Kazbek Zankishiev of Russia who takes that one. I wonder if they've been able to unearth any highlights from that. We come now to the final of the under 100 kilo category. Martin Pacek of Sweden faces Adlan Bizultanov of Russia. It'll be Pacek in the white judogi, Bizultanov in blue.
And now let's welcome the athletes in white for Sweden. Gold medalist Tyumen from France in last year.
Wang Goqiao of China is the referee in the middle for this one.
And in blue for Russia, gold medalist last year. Adlan Bizultanov.
I think Bizultanov is going to be difficult to beat at home. Having said that, Pacek is the kind of fighter that could frustrate Bizultanov and negate that home advantage. He's got nice throwing skills, Bizultanov. But Pacek is not only tricky, also awkward to fight physically. Not intimidating, but he asks different questions of his opponents who are accustomed to fighting a slightly different build of fighter. Tall and leggy, rangy, long-limbed. Bizultanov could find that awkward. You see, it's not the game that you want to get involved with Pacek. You've got nice throwing skills. Don't get involved in a gripping battle with Martin Pacek. You're going to come off second best. You need to stick with your own tempo. Still manage to come up with your attacks when you're supposed to. Both fighters have picked up penalties. And we haven't yet seen Bizultanov come up with anything that resembles a good attack. Doesn't matter about Pacek at the moment. We know what his style is. He's not going to bother him at all. It's Bizaltanov who's been thrown off his usual style of high quality attacks. We haven't seen one. Pacek, however, still in there with his gritty style. That's the first attack then that we've seen from Bizaltanov. Didn't quite get the feet going. At least after 2 minutes he's realised, hang on a minute, I've got to start putting in some attacks here. And now he's got a dominant grip. Here's the lift from Pacek. Oh, almost. Almost got hold of Pacek there. The left arm around the waist, hips were dropped and just began to lift. Oh, Sergei Kolesnikov is in the crowd there. And that's another nice effort from Bizaltanov, and a little bit of Ashiwaza as well. All of a sudden, just a slightly different gear from Bizaltanov. But the head coach for Russia watching on. Gave us a really good, candid conversation. I'm not going to say interview. Now he's onto his front there. There won't be any score. No, not quite. Now Pacek picks up the second penalty. There's 2 minutes left to go. It's a very long time. I'm just wondering, when I said very long time, you could see Bizaltanov blowing there and Pacek. That's what I said. That's what I meant when I said tricky. Kazuritati Shogatami from the tall Swede. It doesn't matter, how you win. He's got the right tactics to come up with the win, and there it was. He did exactly what he was supposed to. Pacek. Bizaltanov coming off second best there. Yeah, it's not the happiest time, is it, Ezio? Everybody had a laugh except Ezio. That one not going to plan. Well, it absolutely went to plan for Pacek. Second Grand Slam gold medal for Martin Pacek, and a second Grand Slam gold medal today for Sweden.
These are the highlights of his final on the screen.
We've got the awarding ceremony for the women now in the under 78 kilo category. Let's go down to the far end of the competition hall and see the lineup of the medalists. Bronze medals go to the two Russians, Alexandra Babintseva and Anastasia Dmitrieva. There is Dmitrieva. She's going to have a smile. Well, there's the answer to that question. Silver medal goes to Clara Apoteca. A little bit of a smile from Clara. The gold medal goes to Takayama Rika of Japan. Now the national anthem of Japan. Yep, just had a nice message from Lars Elberg to compliment Martin Pacek, and yeah, you have to love him. Did exactly what he was supposed to. Babintseva and Dmitrieva were the bronze medalists. Clara Apoteca was the silver medalist. Takayama took the gold. Right, we come now to the bronze medal contest in the plus 78 kilo category. Lubomir Pitter of Australia is the referee in the middle for this one.
This year's Guadalajara Masters bronze medalist, Larissa Chevich.
Slutskova didn't quite make it to the game, so she missed out. Maybe next time round, Tokyo perhaps. Lefty Jimata from Sokolova. Slutskaya defending for a moment before she blocks it and then tries to come up with something on the ground, but doesn't materialize. She wants for the Ujigatami if she can pull this out. Not from there though. Single Shido against Slutskaya at the moment. Well, she had one go with the left Uchimata earlier on. She could go back to that, but just had the left arm in the wrong position. I'll try and get past the right leg if she can, but that doesn't look as though it's going to happen. The referee will call mate here. Brutelova trying to give some advice there. Super lightweight fighter herself, giving some advice to the super heavyweights. Yeah, good turn. That'll be a score there as well. Took control of that one, and now that should be it from there. Shouldn't be any escape. There's a look over at the clock, and that's it. That'll do. 15 seconds required, having already collected Rosario on the way down from the counter with the Tewaza, and it's Natalie Sokolova who wins out there. Brings a wry smile to the face of one of the coaches. Well, there was enough in there to dig out some highlights. Certainly the score, we should get that one. She's not that much taller than Brutelova, but a good deal heavier though. Right, we come now to the final of the plus 78 kilo category. Mihail Chekrohu of Tunisia faces Inamorinami of Japan. Chekrohu in the white judogi, Inamori in blue. Sławomir Kovnashki is the referee in the middle for this one. Well, I said this morning I couldn't see anything stopping Inamorinami. I can't see Chekrohu doing it now. She's won the Tokyo Grand Slam the last two outings, so already 2 Grand Slam gold medals to her name. I dare say this is going to be a third now. Yeah, good feather in the cap of Inamorinami if she can win this. There's a nice effort there. Wazari on the board already, and work on the ground for a little bit here. Why not? Inamori is not Japan's selection for Rio. That's Yamabe Kanae. But Nihil Chekrohu will be going. She'll go for Tunisia. Left-sided effort from Chekrohu, but she left her feet behind. No feet movement to get her in a good position to launch that effort. That was slightly better. She lost contact with the hands this time round. Ueno Masaye must be really pleased with her team here. Well, she thought about the counter, but wasn't in a good position, was slipping before she really got a chance to pull that off. Minute 40 odd left to go. Inamori leads, or continues to lead, having scored Wazari early on in the contest. Again, the feet are too far away here to threaten Inamori with that, and so much so that the referee decides to call that as a false attack. I don't know why the Tunisian coach is looking at Inamori for a penalty. It was his player that made the false attack. And now another effort on that side, but not really going to trouble Inamori. Well, who did come up with a score, but in the end, it was not enough. And that was Inamori Nami, who has made it a clean sweep for the Japanese in the women's weights here. All 7 gold medals going to Japan.
Gold medalist in blue for Japan,
Победитель турнира, спортсменка из Японии.
Inamori Nami. This is gold medal number 3 for Inamori Nami in Grand Slam.
И это третья золотая медаль для японской.
Yeah, kind of job done, you know. No real emotion there. Not surprised. Just explaining how that last action occurred. Right, let's have a look at the highlights then. We've got the awarding ceremony for the men in the 100 kilo category now.
The medals are presented by CEO of Tyumen company.
And the bronze medals go to Kazbek Zankishiev and his teammate Niaz Bilalov of Russia. The silver medal goes to Adlan Bizultanov, also of Russia. But the gold medal goes to Martin Pacek of Sweden.
The prize money and flowers presented by the competition manager of the International Judo Federation, Dr. Lisa Allen.
Pacek does what he does extremely well, and as a result of that, he's very successful. And I think he's going to be right there when it comes to medal chances in Rio. Now the national anthem of Sweden. Bilalov and Zankishiev were the bronze medalists. Zoltanov took silver, but it was Pacek who took gold. Pacek's a happy man. Preparation complete and ready for Rio. We come now to the bronze medal matches in the plus 100 kilo category. Noda Makutadze of Ukraine faces Ojitani Takeshi of Japan. It's Makutadze in the white judogi, Ojitani in blue. Vladimir Vostrikov of Russia is the referee in the middle for this one. There's a look at Ojitani, and there's a look at Makutadze. Chance for Ojitani here to wrap things up nice and early. Kamishoga Tami he's moved into, and Makutadze will need to look a little bit amateurish there. Caught very quickly. And just losing control of the left shoulder there a little bit, but strong enough in the Osaiwaza to come up with the win. It was enough for Ojitani Takeshi to take the bronze medal. Well, we'll see if we can bring you the highlights from that one. Yeah, he had his right arm trapped underneath his body there. That was the problem for Makutadze. And then Rajitani manoeuvred himself into a good strong position for the Kamishio Gatami. Whilst all that has been going on, Anton Brachev of Russia has been involved in a bronze medal contest with his teammate Ruslan Bostanov on the adjoining mat. Brachev has just come up with Wazari there. There's 2:20 odd left to go. Just turns Bostanov. For Yuko. Originally signalled Wazari, but Yuko on the board now. There's 2:20 odd left to go, and it's Brachev who leads. Bostanov has picked up 2 penalties. He's the taller of the 2 fighters in the blue judogi. And he's got a bit of work to do now. He's got 2 minutes left in which to do it. That counter from Brachev has slowed Bostanov down a little. Both fighters pick up penalties there. Brachev a second, but Bostanov a third. So the real problems for the big fella. He's picked up 3 penalties. He's down a score. So we're going to have to come up with something now. Minute to go, and Bostanov looks a little bit lost here. Brachev just got to throw in an attack now. Can't just hold off his opponent here, else he's going to be penalised. He picks up the 3rd penalty. Really needed to work a bit harder when he only had the 1 penalty. He picked up a 2nd and now a 3rd. Still, Yuko on the board for the shorter of the 2 fighters, Brachev. Well, time running out for Bostanov, and he really didn't do anything in that last minute. There's one little flash there, but nowhere near enough, unfortunately. So Brachev, a single score. Yuko, enough for him to take the contest from Bostanov. Disappointing effort, really, from the big Russian. Let's see if we can see the highlights from this one. We come now to the final of the plus 100 kilo category. Ogawa Yusei of Japan faces Andrei Volkov of Russia. It's Ogawa in the white judogi and Volkov in blue. And the referee in the middle for this one, Nashbat Bukhbat of Mongolia. There's a chance to send the crowd home happy here, and it rests with Andrei Volkov. He's the man with the responsibility for allowing people to file out from the venue with a big smile on their face and cheering Russia, Russia. Here's the chance. I wonder if he's going to be able to manage that then. Ogawa could spoil all of that. He had designs on being the number one for Russia at one stage. Andrei Volkov. That fell to Renat Saidov, but he's brought his man down here, and now there's a chance for the Osai Komi. Rosari on the board, he's only got to hold him for 15 seconds. And maybe fairy tales do come true. And there it is. Oh yeah, that has really pleased the crowd, yeah. Well, they've had a couple of good moments, but this is probably the best of them. As Volkov bangs over Ogawa, that got them on the edge of their seats, and then as the Osai Komi was called and they realised, hey, we're going to take this one. Terrific finish then for the Russians. And it's Andrei Volkov who did the job. I'm sure the crowd will be delighted to have a look at this on the big screen again. A nice little feint to bring him into the Sumigeishi. He looked as though he was going to go over on the right side there, and then Well, looked as, yeah, he was moving over to the left for a right-sided effort, and then just brought him down with a Yoko Shitemiwaza. Yes. Right, well, we've got 2 awarding ceremonies to bring you in. Here is the first. It's for the women in the plus 78 kilo category. Let's take a look at the lineup of medal winners. The bronze medals go to Natalia Sokolova of Russia and to Larissa Čerić of Bosnia-Herzegovina. The medals are being presented by the Olympic champion at under 60 kilos from 1984, Otokawa Shinji, IGF Sport Commission member now. Silver medal goes to Nihal Chekruhu of Tunisia, but the gold medal goes to Ina Morinami of Japan.
Призовой чек и вручает победитель директор Федерации дзюдо Тюменской области Денис Бабушин.
And now the national anthem of Japan.
Thank you very much.
Sokolova and Čerić were the bronze medalists. Chikruhu took the silver and Inamori the gold. We've got one more awarding ceremony to bring you, and then we'll do a wrap-up. So stay with us whilst we just bring you these highlights.
You can see the highlights on the screen.
We come now to the awarding ceremony in the plus 100 kilo category. The bronze medals go to Ojitani Takeshi of Japan and to Anton Brachev of Russia. Silver medal goes to Ogawa Yusei of Japan. And the gold medal goes to Andrei Volkov of Russia. Now the national anthem of Russia. Medals were presented by Jan Schneider, the head referee and director for the International Judo Federation, and the flowers and cash prizes by Sergei, is the chairman of the region where we'll be staging next year's Grand Slam. That's in Ekaterinburg. Ojitani and Brachev were the bronze medalists. Ogawa took silver and Volkov the gold. Well, that's all the action that we've got from Tyumen Grand Slam. As I just mentioned, we're going to be in Ekaterinburg next year. We look forward to that very much. Let's give you a quick rundown of the final medal placings in the under 81 kilo category. Aslan Lapinigov of Russia took the gold medal there. Arai Shizuru of Japan won the under 70 kilo category. It was Marcus Niemann of Sweden to take the gold in the under 90 kilo category. Takayama Rika of Japan took gold in the under 78 kilo category. In the under 100 kilo category, it was Martin Pacek of Sweden. In the plus 78 kilo category, Inamori Nami of Japan. And we've just seen there in the plus 100 kilo category, Andrei Volkov of Russia taking the gold medal. 9 gold medals in all for Japan, 3 for Russia and 2 for Sweden. It was 7 out of 7 for the Japanese women. Clean sweep there. We look forward to your company when next we bring you International Judo, which will be at the Grand Prix in Zagreb, Croatia on the 23rd to 25th of September. But from everyone here in the broadcast studio in Tyumen, it's bye-bye for now.